Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty big leaks to go over for the Indigo Disk DLC, all revolving around the legendary Pokemon and the 19th teratype. So there's a lot of stuff to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Just trying to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest Indigo Disk leaks. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we recently saw all of the data mined legendary Pokemon returning in the Indigo Disk DLC. If you didn't see my video on that, a quick recap is that the legendary Pokemon that are returning in the second part of the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero are Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Latias, Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, Reshiram, Kyurem, Zekrom, Solgaleo, Lunala, Necrozma, Kubfu, Glacier, and Spectria. So those are all of the 25 plus confirmed returning legendary Pokemon in the Indigo Disk DLC. Now we thought they were all going to be static legendary Pokemon encounters that we were going to be able to shiny hunt and everything like that. But more information has come out from Riddler-Coup talking about this whole situation. I mean, it's not even like it's that long until we find out about all of this anyway, but there is just so much like mystery surrounding this whole legendary Pokemon concept. Anyway, this is Riddler-Coup posting this image saying there's no need to question this because this list was extracted from Scarlet and Violet 2.0.1. So with that first sentence, he's basically saying there's no need to question this list. This list is legitimate. These are the legendary Pokemon that are going to be catchable in the Indigo Disk DLC without like any other things needed. He then goes on to say the only thing you need to pay attention to is static encounters, as what data mined are just 25 new items named after these 25 legendaries. So what he's saying here is that these Pokemon themselves were not data mined, but the items were data mined that have some sort of resemblance to these legendary Pokemon. So it might be something like Ho-Oh's feather was data mined, confirming that Ho-Oh was going to be back in the DLC. So it's actually the 25 legendary items that have been data mined, not the Pokemon themselves, but obviously it will have that legendary Pokemon's name in that kind of item situation, so it's very easy to see which Pokemon are going to be back. He then goes on to say, however, the items don't confirm whether they are associated with static encounters or not. So what he's saying is these items that have been data mined, which confirm that these Pokemon are returning, it doesn't go into detail about whether these are static encounters or not. So we kind of took that as just that it meant that we were going to be able to like soft reset for them and shiny hunt them and stuff like that. But what that could mean is that we are going to get this item and then maybe we use that item to find this Pokemon in a raid or something like that you can then do like online with friends or whatever, like Dynamax adventures. Whether that means they're going to be shiny huntable though is also kind of up in the air now, because if it's going off the kind of 7-star raid situation, which are not usually shiny huntable, that means that none of this list would be shiny huntable. However though, if it is just a little bit like Dynamax Adventures where we have to find the item and then we find the legendary and then we can do that raid with friends and then they have a shiny chance, then obviously that will be fine, but it won't be a situation where you go up to them and start like soft resetting. So these are not static encounters. That has not been confirmed. These legendaries are returning in the game, but they are not confirmed to be static encounters, is basically what Riddler-Coup is saying here. He then goes on to say, to find out how to obtain these items and trigger the legendary encounters, refer to our previous post where we teased the method. So yeah, that's kind of the latest information about these legendaries. You need items to be able to encounter them. You get these items in some way, shape or form, and also these legendary Pokemon are not static encounters. So it's not like, probably not like Romana's Park where you can just like encounter them and then like soft reset them and stuff like that. It might be Dynamax Adventures with raids. It could be static encounters. We just don't know, but it has not been confirmed that it's static encounters. The items have actually been confirmed. We have Jean here also saying, oh, the vending machine makes sense now. So that is what Riddler-Coup has kind of teased a while back. When he was referring to the legendary Pokemon, he had like different kind of vending machine posts. One was about like loads of different snacks, and then the other one was to do with like 9 to 5 jobs and stuff like that. And then, so yeah, we have Jean here saying you buy items that can spawn legendary Pokemon from a vending machine, something like Rainbow Wing, Silver Wing, Clear Bell, etc. So that's one way to look at it, that these vending machines kind of disperse these items. Maybe you can buy them with battle points, because we know that battle points are now a part of the Indigo Disk DLC from the latest previews and stuff like that. So yeah, that could be very well be one way of looking at it. I will try and find the tweets. I don't think they're that long ago, to be fair. He's posted a ton of tweets lately, to be fair, though. But yeah, it was something about like a vending machine, and as well as that, like I said, there's so much stuff that he's posted recently. There was something about a vending machine and also about some jobs and stuff like that. Here it is. So this is the vending machine one here. So it says legendaries and Sudachi 2. So these are all the, I'm assuming the items, like these are kind of the items for the legendaries. So instead of a Pringles can, it'd be like the rainbow wing or whatever. And then he also posted legendary in Sudachi part 2, and this is with like the whole job situation. So restaurant host, data entry, newspaper delivery, house sitting, caretaking and stuff like that. So in some way, shape or form, there's a job that we kind of maybe have to do to find the item, or maybe we get the item and then there's a job that we have to do, and then that allows us to encounter the legendary Pokemon. That makes the most sense, and that's how I would kind of interpret this whole situation. But this is the only information that he's given us about the legendary situation. So make of that what you will. Does that make you a little bit more excited about the legendaries? Does it make you a little bit more worried about the legendaries and the fact that they may not even be static encounters now, and they might just be in raids? Like, that means that Kubfu, Glacier, and Spectrum may even be shiny locked still. It does not confirm that they are going to be shiny huntable because they are not static encounters. So yeah, even more kind of worry, maybe, if you are hoping to get them in shinies. But either way, that's the legendary stuff there. Of course, hopefully we get some more information about it soon, but as of right now, that's kind of all we've got to go off. At least we know what legendary Pokemon are available to be caught. The rest may come in future 7-star raids, like Riddler-Ku has said recently. They may be home transferable, just like some mythicals and legendaries were when Pokemon Home came out. But as of right now, these are the only ones that you're going to be able to catch in the Indigo Disk DLC. We just got to wait and find out. It's not too far away. So yeah, hopefully they are shiny huntable and they are just like static encounters and stuff like that. Moving on, we've got to be talking about this 19th teratype. So we have Riddler-Ku here posting 2 tweets. The first one being translated to Terra Peace Stellar, and the second one being Synchro Machine. So that's kind of 2 things to go off for the 19th teratype. And we have Jean here saying Terra Peace equals Terra Peace Shards. So Stellar is the 19th type name, since you need Terra Shards to change Terra types. So the 19th teratype we know does have a name, and it could potentially be the Stellar type, which does make sense, especially because recently Jean kind of was trying to like I guess translate what the potential name could be, and I know that they went into detail about like star and stuff like that. So star and stellar is kind of similar. So yeah, I think the 19th teratype could very well be called the stellar type, which I quite like. It's not a bad kind of name. I'm behind that 100%. And we have a little bit more information about this as well from DM God kind of weighing into the situation. So they're saying Terra Shard Stellar plus Synchro Machine. So the Synchro Machine is a mini time machine in the Blueberry Academy powered by Terra Shards. Each past-gen legendary requires a specific combination of shards, example 50 Dragon and 50 Psychic, summon Latias or Latios depending on the version. So this could be another way in how we encounter legendary Pokemon. We may have to collect these shards, and then that allows us to put that in the time machine, and then that allows us to go to like a different world or a different portal or something like we've had recently with like Ultra Wormholes and stuff like that, and then that would allow us to then encounter that legendary Pokemon if they were a static encounter. It also makes sense as well that it would be a little bit like this, because we know that you can find a ton of Terra Shards on the floor. From the latest previews of the Indigo Disk DLC, I think it was Cerebi that went into detail about it, saying that they picked up some Terra Shards, and instead of like 1 or 2, they got like 16 just on one item. And so I think it'd be a lot more than 50 for this if this was the kind of way to encounter these legendaries. But we know that there is, like, it's a much easier way to get Terra Shards now. So there is some sort of Terra Shard kind of theme that is going to be going into the Indigo Disk DLC, because obviously they're going to be so much easier to obtain now. So again, make of it what you will. That could be another way to encounter the legendaries. It could be through raids, it could be through static encounters. It's likely that we have to get these items though, and that is how we then encounter the legendary, because the items have been data mined. So there are 25 legendary items for these 25 legendaries that you'll be able to get in Indigo Disk DLC. Well, obviously not 25, because they will be version exclusive. Like, you'll have Latias and Latios probably going to be version exclusive. You'll probably have like Raikou and Entei You'll probably have Spectrian, Glastrier, Groudon, Kyogre, Reshiram, Zekrom. Like, there will probably be a solid, like, 5 or 6 at least version exclusive Pokemon, maybe even more than that. So yeah, you'll only be able to get the specific items in that game. Hopefully, if it is to do with like raids and stuff, you will be able to join other people's raids, and it will be like Dynamax Adventures, where you can just shiny hunt them and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But the whole item situation is definitely very, very interesting. But either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest leaks. What are your ideas about how we're going to be encountering these legendaries? How do you think they're going to use the items to encounter them? Do you think it is going to be raid static encounters, whatnot? Also, what are your thoughts on this 19th teratype potentially being called the Stellar type? And also, if you think it's going to be kind of this Synchro machine is going to be involved in the legendaries and stuff like that, because we've been speaking a lot about legendaries recently, and he posted this recently after the legendary thing, so it might be something to do with that. We'll have to wait and see. But either way, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. It's everything from me. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.